the body, situations, people, work, home, everything is the outer world. That I is the energy here. The energy which we call by different words. We call it consciousness, we call it light, we call it power, we call it spirit, we call it soul, but that's just a word. The word is not important. It's only a vocabulary. What's important is the understanding that this is who I am and everything else is my outer world. And this outer world is extremely important for me. But I need to be aware that from where is this outer world getting created? Because often when some scene, some situation, some health issue in the body, some conflict in the relationship, when anything happens, the first thought that gets created in my inner world is, why did this happen to me? Why has this happened to me? And second question is, what do I have to do now? And the minute I ask myself, what do I have to do now? I start taking charge of the outer world. I start trying to resolve the conflict. I start trying to heal the disease. I try to sort out things at work. I want the outer world to be perfect. But sometimes, in spite of all my efforts, things are not going on exactly how I want them to be. So it's very important that when something is not happening right in my outer world could be my outer world or the outer world. If something is not happening right in the outer world, I need to know, where do I need to check? Where do I need to check? And where do I have the power to be able to create a shift, a transformation, and create that desired result that I want in the outer world? The desired result could be health of body, harmony in relationships, great performance at work, a beautiful city, and a very peaceful, happy, tolerant, united planet. That's our desire for the outer world. Conferences, programs, seminars, all talking about mental health, physical health, parenting, relationships, environment, climate change. So much of awareness, so much of discussion about it. Things only seem to be getting tougher. So there's definitely something that we are missing. That missing link is very important. And that missing link is, what is the connection between this inner world and the outer world? We have been living a life taught by parents, by society, conditioning around us. And that conditioning taught us that this inner world, which is my feelings, my memories, my thoughts, is dependent on the outer world. Pause and check. Is this my conditioning? That my thoughts and feelings are dependent on the outer world? And all that you have to do is check your inner conversation for that. My mind says, I'm upset because of, and there's something in the outer world. I'm happy because of, and there's something that's happened in the outer world. I'm hurt because of, and there's something that happened in a relationship in the outer world. I'm disturbed because of, there's something happening on the planet. This vocabulary, I'm happy because of, I'm peaceful because of, I'm hurt because of, I'm disturbed because of, this vocabulary is reaffirming my belief system, which says whatever is happening here is because of something happening here. Even when it comes to the health of our body, that I'm not happy because my body is in pain. There also we say that my mind, I'm not happy because my body is in pain. I'm not feeling good because I'm not healthy. Again, I said, I am dependent on the health of the body. Now, this equation that whatever is getting created here is dependent on the outer world says that the outer world needs to be perfect for me to be happy and healthy inside. So we're working very hard to perfect the outer world, yet it's not happening my way. And so now the inner world has started getting affected. So now the inner world started creating stress, anxiety, worry, fear, depression symptoms, panic attacks. So emotional health issues and now even mental health issues. So first the chaos was in the outer world. Now there's a lot that started happening in the inner world. Even when all this started happening in the inner world, we did not pause to check and change. We said the world is in a mess. So obviously I'm not happy. My life crisis is going on. Obviously I will have fear and anxiety. COVID was a very typical example. 2 years of a pandemic. Yes, it was a serious issue. Yes, there was a lot that was happening outside. Many of us went through a crisis personally. Some of us lost a friend or a family member. Nothing pleasant was happening outside in the last couple of years. But the one conditioning that we created right from the beginning of the pandemic was, oh, pandemic, fear and anxiety is normal. There again, we said, my inner world, emotions are dependent on the pandemic. And we said fear and anxiety is normal. Not 2, 5, 10, 100,000 people said fear and anxiety is normal, but millions of people on the planet said fear and anxiety is normal. Fear and anxiety for a few days, for a month or two, we could have handled. But fear and anxiety for almost 2 years did not remain at just fear and anxiety. It shifted to anxiety disorders. It shifted to panic attacks. And so these 2 years were an issue of physical health. But if you take up the statistics of almost every country which went through the pandemic, these 2 years have also been a statistics of mental health issues. COVID was a physical health issue. There was absolutely no reason for our mental health issues to go like this. But why did mental health issues go on the rise? Why did emotional health issues go on the rise? Because I said my inner world is dependent on my outer world. So when things are not right in the outer world, how can I be fine here inside? And so I myself have created the conditioning saying that I can be calm and stable only when everything is perfect in the outer world. That's not happening, not as of now. But today, if we change the equation and be very clear from where the inner world is getting created, from where the outer world is getting created, then from that moment itself, when I have that realization, the awareness, and then I start living my life through that equation, your outer world will start coming in your control. And that will only happen because the equation is right. Just take a moment to focus your attention here where thousands of thoughts are getting created throughout the day. And just ask yourself, where does every thought influence? Does my thought just stay inside my head and it's just here? Or does it have any effect on my life outside? Very simple. Just create a thought It's been a beautiful day today. One thought. Opposite. The day was a mess today. Everything was going wrong. Options. Two types of thoughts. Just one thought out of the thousands of thoughts we create in a day. Now, that 1 second in which I create this thought, it's been a beautiful day today. That thought creates a feeling. I feel nice because it's been a beautiful day today. But if I say everything went wrong today, it was terrible today, I feel not nice. I don't feel nice when I create that thought. So the first effect of my every thought is on how I feel. Often we're not aware of our thoughts, we're aware of our feelings. So we say, I'm feeling very good today, I'm feeling low today, I'm feeling upset today, I'm feeling depressed today. We talk in the vocabulary of feelings, we don't talk in the vocabulary of thoughts. But whenever I'm not feeling nice today, the reason is because I was not thinking right today, because my thought is creating my feeling. So that's the first impact of my every thought. Second, when I create a thought, it was a beautiful day today. That thought is an energy, it's a vibration. And the closest to that vibration is my body. And so that vibration, it's been a beautiful day today, radiates to my body. Medical science says our every thought radiates to every cell of the body. Doctors say most diseases are psychosomatic. Psychosomatic, starting from the psyche. Most diseases are lifestyle diseases. Lifestyle is not just about my diet or my exercise or my sleeping patterns. Life, life, where is the life? Life is here. When this life leaves, this is a dead body. This is life. And so lifestyle, the way I think, the way I speak, the way I behave, the way I work, the way I live, that is lifestyle. That is lifestyle. So if someone goes to a doctor and says, but I'm a strict vegetarian, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I exercise every day, I've never been ill all my life, how is it that I suddenly have got this chronic, terminal illness? And the doctor will say, maybe stress, maybe something that you have been holding on to for very long. So lifestyle is here. So every thought I create, and keep this very, very important today, every thought I'm creating is radiating to every cell of my body, and over a period of time is creating the health of my body. So we work very hard on being physically fit because we work very hard on the outer world, a lot of effort, a lot of time and energy to be physically fit. But if I'm not creating the right thoughts, let me do everything perfect outside, eat the perfect diet, sleep at the perfect time, go to the gym every day. But yet, if I'm not creating the right thoughts throughout the day, the body will keep showing something on and off. Because the health of the body is not just created from what I'm doing here, it's also created from what I'm thinking here. So the second impact of my every thought is the health of my body. Third, every thought that I create about someone, it radiates to them. Before I pick up the phone, type a message, and it reaches them and they read it, the thought that I have created has already reached them. Vibrations. We all say today in our vocabulary, I don't like the vibes of that person, but I'm getting very good vibes from this person. So we feel vibrations of people, right? So if I can feel vibrations of people, people also catch my vibrations. They don't just feel an overall vibrational energy, but they actually catch our thoughts. Telepathy that we experience once in a while doesn't actually happen once in a while. It's happening always. It's just that we are not aware that I caught this thought, but that thought is always reaching me. And so, if you look at your relationships, we work very hard on our relationships. We try and be absolutely perfect in our words. We say, I don't want to say anything which will hurt them. So we are perfect in our words. We are super perfect in our behaviors. We do so much for people, whether at home, whether at work. And yet, one slight word, and there is a misunderstanding. There is a lack of trust. There is an argument. And we just sit back and we say, I do so much for them. All my life, I've been working hard for them. Why is this relationship not strong, stable, the way I want it to be? Because relationships don't get created by what we do, relationships get created by who we are. If in my mind, I have a judgmental thinking about someone, critical thinking, why are they doing this? Why are they not doing that? Why do they keep doing this? Or they're not meeting my expectations, or I'm hurt because of their behavior. But I'm not saying anything in my words. I said, oh, I adjust, I tolerate. I didn't say a single word. I may not have said a single word, but I may have created thousands of thoughts for them. And those thousands of thoughts are reaching them. And that's what's making the relationship very fragile. Whether it's thoughts of hurt, even if it's thoughts of worry. Worrying for someone is an energy depleter. It's an energy depleter because I'm radiating these negative thoughts for them. What if this happens to you? What if that happens to you? What if this goes wrong? What is your future? Depleting thoughts, depleting thoughts. But we said, oh, they are my children. Obviously, I will worry for them. No, obviously is I will care for them. And care means energize them, not deplete them with your worry and fearful thoughts. So my relationships get created from here. Work, who's doing all my work? It's here. So my profession gets created here. I work very hard on doing things right outside. And yet sometimes I do not get the success, which I believe I deserve, for which I have been very sincere and hardworking. Probably some of my thoughts were not right. Probably I was creating thoughts of doubt in myself, insecurity, comparison with others, jealousy, competition, wanting to be ahead of others. These are energy depleters. They do not allow me to put my best here into what I'm doing. So my work gets affected by who I am, not just by what I do. And then the world of nature, climate, plants, animals, birds. Just look into your world, that is your home. If you have plants in your garden, experiment for 1 month or 15 days. Take two plants, same plant, but two of the same kind, and water both of them at the same time every day. But one plant you water with love, you water with care, you talk to the plant while watering it, and the other plant you water out of duty. You water because it has to be watered. And you sometimes even get irritated while watering it. I have so much to handle, and even this I have to do. Nobody's sharing the work with me. And yet you water. So both the plants will get the same water, the same sunlight, everything of the outer world, and check the growth of the two plants. And you already know the answer, which means my thoughts, my vibrations influence plants. Influence plants. If you have pets at home, same breed, in two different houses will behave differently depending on the emotions and vibrations of that family. So, which means animals also get affected by my vibrations. Environment. Today, we are concerned about the climate. It is an issue of concern. And yet, we are only working hard outside. So, how do I restore the health of the planet? How do I protect and preserve the resources of the planet? Working very hard outside, and yet the clock is ticking. Yet scientists keep telling us we don't have time left. Where are we going wrong? Because we're trying to work hard only outside. It's here. Our every thought of stress, anxiety, worry, jealousy, criticism, comparison, it's radiating onto the planet. Our thoughts don't remain here. They are outside. They're in the air. They are a part of the collective consciousness of the planet. Like the vibration of my house is created by the people living in that house. Similarly, the vibration of the planet is created by the state of the mind of the people on the planet.